Don't be afraid to call our office at 478-922-8100 and schedule an appointment to check out who we are and what we do. We may be able to take some of those I ams off of you.
Wouldn't that be nice, Sherri? So let's discuss your worry sheet. What's on it? Your children, your parents, your health, the economy, the weather. What other things do you think about? Here's a quote from Wayne Dyer's book. Worry is a present moment activity. Thus, by using your current life being immobilized over a future time in your life, you're able to escape the now and whatever it is in the now that threatens you. For example, he spent his summer of 1974 in Turkey teaching and writing a book on counseling. His 7-year-old daughter was back in the United States with her mother. While he loved writing, he also found it intensely lonely and a difficult chore which required a great deal of self-discipline. He would sit down at his typewriter with a paper in place and the margins set, and all of a sudden, his thoughts would be back to little Tracy Lynn. What if she rides her motorcycle into the street and doesn't look? He hoped she was being washed over by the swimming pool because she has a tendency to be careless. Before he knew it, an hour had elapsed, and he had spent it worrying. This was all in vain, of course, but was it? As long as he could use up his present moments worrying, he didn't have to struggle with the difficulty of writing. What a terrific payoff indeed. And we all fall into that same trap.
Yeah, it's a really good story. Here's a quote from the book. Throughout life, the two most futile emotions are guilt for what has been done and worry about what might be done. There they are, the great waste, worry and guilt and worry. As you examine these two erroneous zones, you'll begin to see how connected they are. In fact, they can be viewed as opposite ends of the same zone. Guilt means that you use up your present moments being immobilized as a result of past behavior, while worry is the contrivance that keeps you immobilized in the now about something in the future, frequently something over which you have no control. Let go of these time wasters and focus on what you can control, which leads me to the next topic.
And, the next topic, Sherri, is we want to have a contract that you can download from our website. And today I'd like to share, I would like for you to declare your independence from these IMs, from these bad behaviors, the bad financial choices you make, and start anew. Today is a day. Set some goals. Get out of your comfort zone. Make a contract with yourself. So here's how this contract reads. It's very simple. I am willing to change. Today, I declare that I will stop, and there's a blank, and you can put in whatever you want. And today, I will start. My net worth today is X dollars, and 1 year from today, my goal is to increase my net worth by X percent or by X dollars. My 1 year financial goal is blank. My 5-year financial goal is blank. I am determined to blank. I'm committed to blank. I can do this. Today, I'm going to share my goals with 3 people so they can help me stay accountable, and I will ask for their moral support. You've got this. So if you'd like a copy of this simple contract, I encourage you just to email either me or Sherri at rfmoney.com or Randy at rfmoney.com, and we'll happily send this to you. But we will also put this on our website, and it'll be easy for you to find. Just go to the special reports page, and you can download it for free.
But the recording of the show will also be saved on our website.
That's right.
So if you want to forward the website to other people in your life that you think would benefit from hearing this message, you'll be able to just send it to them. You just have to give us a few days to get it loaded up. So with that is the end of that program. So I want to talk about our website and some other resources that are available there. And my favorite resource is my life book. So I wrote this book years ago because I kept running into people. Not running into people. People were coming and meeting with me.
That's right.
Young couples, old couples with the same problem. The young couples would come to me and say, I want to talk to my parents about how their plans are for when they die, but I don't know how to approach it and I don't want to offend them. And then the older people, the retired people, would come to me and say, I want to talk to my kids and explain how my plans are for when I die, but they don't want to hear about it because they think it's depressing. And I kept having this over and over and over. So I wrote a book in the very beginning of the Life Book, which is on our website, retirerelax.com. And it's either in a printable form that you can fill out by handwriting, or there's a fillable PDF. So you can print the thing out or fill it out on the PDF, put it in a binder, and it helps you organize all of your plans for when you get sick or pass.
And because it is a writable PDF, it's completely customizable to how you want it to be.
Yes.
So just put your data in it and catalog it how you choose.
Yes. So in the very beginning of the book, I talk about how to start the conversation between the generations, whether you're the retired person starting the conversation or the young beneficiary starting the conversation. It works either way. And so there's a whole page of ideas of how to do this. But the conversation is important because, especially, let's say you're the executor of the estate for your parents, you need to understand where stuff is, how it's going to flow, and what you're going to need to do. And I find that many times people are just in denial about these subjects. They don't want to offend somebody, so they don't ask. And then someone dies, and they can't find the paperwork. They can't find any bank accounts. They don't know where the investments accounts are. I mean, it could be a real disaster.
It happens so often.
It happens very, very often. And they also don't understand how things work. For example, a lot of people think that when their parent passes away, and if there was no money, that they have to pay off their debt, and that's not how this works at all. So you really, really need to understand how things flow when a person passes away or they become incapacitated.
And it's a workbook, like we said, but it's very powerful. We have people who come in all the time. Every time they get ready for a family gathering, they come in and buy a couple of them. And if you're worried about the cost, we only charge $5, and it comes in that's if you come in and get the 3-ring binder that goes with
10.
it. Is it 10 now? Okay.
Well, I quit charging and taking the money myself because that was a hassle.
Yep.
And so now that I just ask that you donate $10 to the Middle Georgia Library System because we've started a foundation account.
Right.
And so that goes toward literacy.
But it's well worth the $10.
Yeah. And that's if you
There's no profit in it for us. We're just passing the cost along.
Right. And so that's the binder costs $5 and the printing on top of it.
Right.
So that's why we ask you to donate. But anyways, you can come by the office in Warner Robins and you can pick one up. Just call ahead and make sure we have enough depending on how many you want. Or you can just download it and print it out yourself and stick it in binders and give them out as Christmas gifts. I mean, I don't care what you do with it. I just want people to get this done. So the Life Book walks you through all the financial planning things that you need to do and understand. And it explains how powers of attorney work, how wills work, how beneficiaries work, all of that. And for our firm, how I do things with my clients is I want all their investment accounts to transfer to their beneficiaries directly, not by the will. And this is extremely critical. So we are doing a review right now for all of our clients, making sure that all their beneficiaries are correct, making sure that we have their current power of attorney on file, not only on file, but attached to their account. And we are really going above and beyond because I want to know that when something happens to somebody, everything flows exactly as it is supposed to go. And so make sure that you have your affairs in order. This is just an interesting side note. So I was in the insurance business before I got into the securities business, and I used to do group enrollments at large companies. I had my laptop, and I would do a presentation, and then people would stand in line and purchase disability or life insurance from me. And it was amazing to me to see the young men always named their wife as the beneficiary. Well, I have seen cases, as I've been older, where they never changed it.
Right.
And they got divorced,
and
they got remarried, and the previous spouse gets the life insurance. Make sure that your beneficiaries are accurate. Make sure the money is going to who it's supposed to go to. And while you're at it, pull out your will and make sure that your will is correct. And if it's not, get it updated. Powers of attorney, they changed the form. Georgia changed the form in 2017. So if your power of attorney is older than that, it may not even be usable. So take it, go to your financial institution or your financial advisor, have them submit it and see if they can attach it to your account. Because if they can't, you need to get with an attorney or a website and you need to fix it. So powers of attorney, advance directives, wills, critical and important that everybody understands how things are going to flow and what to do. And make sure that you have an executor that you completely trust.
That's right.
So the Life Book walks you through all of these things, plus more, including even documenting life stories from your past that you want to share with your children and how things work when people die. So it's absolutely free. Again, go to retirerelax.com, click on the Life Book, either print out the pages or do the fillable PDF. But what an incredible gift to give your family, knowing that you have everything in order, everything is organized, and whoever's in charge of taking over when you pass has an easy job to do. How many more minutes do we have?
6.
All righty. So let me talk about the other special reports we have on our website. One What do I need to know about us? What happens when you come in for a consultation? Avoiding internet scams and identity theft, which have blown up since COVID. Can I afford to retire? Financial planning worksheet. Identity theft, a recovery plan for the instantly wealthy, and this is for people who are inheriting money. Maximizing my Social Security benefits. The life book. Should I keep my retirement plan where it is or roll it into an IRA, which is a great question. What to do when your spouse dies. What do I need to do to plan for my secure retirement? Who really gets my money when I die? And the stock market survival guide. So let me just talk a little bit about who we are and what we do. So we are with Rosenberg Financial Group. We are an independent firm with offices in Macon and Warner Robins. And one of the things that we do that's very unique in this community is we actively manage money in our Retire Relax portfolio using individual stocks. We move in and out of the market based on risk and based on sector rotation and what sectors are most favorable to be in at the moment. So we are constantly working for our clients, and we charge a fee for this portfolio. We're constantly working to make sure that we're in the right place to have the least amount of risk, but the opportunity for growth, because I plan on our clients living a very long time. We never plan on somebody dying at 75. I want to look out way into the future, because I have clients literally that came to me in their 60s and told me, I'm going to be dead by 80. I have a specific client. He came to me and he's like, there's no way. My family all died by the time they were 80. I said, you cannot plan that way.
Right.
You cannot start taking out too much money now with the plan of being dead at 80. Well, guess what? He's 89. He's lived an extra 9 years, and he still has the money in his account that he can still draw from monthly to live on, and has not spent it down.
And I believe he's come in and said, thank you for that advice.
Yeah, he's shocked out of his mind. I'll have another scenario, and give me the sign of, minutes. I have another scenario of a client that came in back in 2016, and she'd been diagnosed with a disease, and her doctor told her that she would be dead in 2 years. So she wanted to take out $500,000. I said, what are you going to do with $500,000? And she said, well, if I'm going to be dead in 2 years, I might as well spend it all, because what's the point? What's the point of that money sitting here if I'm going to be dead? I'm going to go buy a new boat. And she already had a lake house. She had a boat. House was paid off. New car. She had everything plus a pension. I said, let me talk to you about this a minute here. I said, that disease that you're mentioning, I have heard that it's reversible. And so I think you need to get a second opinion. Well, she was terrified to get a second opinion because she believed her doctor that she was going to be dead in 2 years. Okay, this was 2016. So we fought and arm wrestled for an hour, and she finally took out $100,000 to buy a new boat. I said, fine, you can do that, but leave the rest of it here. And if I send you an article, do you mind if I send you an article about this disease? And she goes, no, you go ahead. But she goes, I don't know what I'm going to do. So a year later, she comes in, and she looked better. She looked lighter. I said, what's going on? And she said, well, I had a come to Jesus meeting with myself, and I said, okay, I'm going to cut out the junk food, and I'm going to cut out the fast food, the sodas. I'm going to start walking every day, and I'm going to get back in church, and I joined a Bible study, and guess what? We all pray for each other. And I feel like a new person. I've lost 20 pounds. So anyways, I said, that is so fantastic. I'm so proud of you. But her markers were still in the red as far as her health. But she had let go of that. It was pushing forward with a positive attitude.
It's a good story.
And positive behavior. Well, guess what? February of 2021, she comes in for her meeting. And she only comes in once a year. She comes in for a review, and we sit down, and the first thing I ask her is, how's your health? And she said, my disease has completely reversed. And I said, do you think it was a change to your diet, your exercise? What do you think? What do you attribute this to? Because it's completely gone. It's over. She's completely healthy. And she said, I really believe it was God. She said, I really believe I've experienced a miracle and that he healed me. And the bottom line is, she is better. Thank goodness she didn't spend on all of her money, because now she's years older, and now she could live to be another 20 years.
That's right.
And so we've managed to keep her from making a huge mistake, taking a huge distribution and just blowing it, thinking that she was going to be dead in 2 years. Don't make decisions based on that.
Yeah, don't count on dying like we talked about.
Right. Not a good plan at all.
Not a good plan.
Plan on living longer. And if you do die, make sure your beneficiaries are right, and then those people get the money and they do what they do with it. But having a plan of dying early is never a good plan, and so we try hard to talk people out of it, and I'm so happy for her that she is completely healed. So anyways, with that.
So we've enjoyed providing this information to you today, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. So if you'd like to come talk to us about your future retirement plans or have us take a look at your current retirement portfolio, please call us at 478-922-8100, and we'll get you on the calendar. And we have offices in Macon and Warner Robins for your convenience, and we look forward to talking to you. So as Sherri was saying, on our website, we have a lot of great special reports. I encourage you to go back out there, check them out. There's a little box that will pop up. If you want to be part of our digital newsletter, please just put in, who you are and your email address, and we will send this out to you.
And here's a big point. Even if you go to our website or call for an appointment, we're not going to spam you. We're not going to call you. We're not going to chase you out into the parking lot. If you want to come back and see us, that is up to you. It's your choice. That's
absolutely correct. We always like to say we won't chase you across the parking lot. But anyway, you've been listening to Your Money on WMAC AM 940, and we encourage you to tune in to us every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And call in. And what's that number, Sherri?
I don't know.
478-742-0940. And anyway, thanks for being with us today. Have a great day.
The views expressed on this show should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities or services mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risk, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should only be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Securities are offered through Royal Alliance Associates Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services are offered through Rosenberg Financial Group, a registered investor advisor not affiliated with Royal Alliance Associates Incorporated. Offices are located at 2517 Moody Road, Warner Robins, and 4875 Riverside Drive, Suite 201 in Macon. Phone numbers are 922-8100.